OpenClaw just made most AI tools look obsolete. This isn't another model, it's not a smarter chatbot, and it's definitely not something you just talk to. OpenClaw is a fully autonomous agent that runs 24/7. When you're online, you can talk with it through goals and plow through your tasks, and when you're offline, it can break down objectives, execute multi step tasks, evaluate the results, and keeps going without human input and no handholding. This is the first time AI feels less like a tool and more like an actual digital employee. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how OpenClaw works and why this may end up being the biggest shift in AI since GPT 3.5. I made a Figma page to help me walk you through this in 5 minutes. Let's start with the gateway. Everything starts here. This is where OpenClaw lives, and you have two options: local or hosted. Local means you run OpenClaw on your machine. You can download it, install it, and everything stays with you. Your data, your API keys, and all of your conversations, all on your hardware and on your network. This allows you to have full control and more privacy where nothing leaves your setup. Many people have even bought Mac minis just to run OpenClaw, and this is the safer option. Your data stays on your machine, not on someone else's server. You're not trusting any third party to protect it. Hosted means that you spin it up on a cloud provider like AWS, DigitalOcean, or Google Cloud. You do manage the instance, but your agent runs 24/7 in the cloud instead of on your local machine. Either way, once your gateway is set up, getting started is just one line. All you have to do is run a simple shell command for the installation, which you can find on the OpenClaw website and in the link below. And once you run the command, you'll go through the onboarding setup. And the first step of the onboarding is to confirm that you understand that this tool is powerful and inherently risky, and then you continue. And one of the first steps in the onboarding process is to activate your model. You can use Claude, ChatGPT, Kimi, whatever you want. Just plug in your API key. You can also go fully local where you can run different models on your device without API calls, and your data stays with you. What really stands out about OpenClaw is that you can use any model that you want. You can use models like Claude, GPT, or Kimi just by plugging in your API key. Or you can go fully local and run a model on your device. When you run local, you don't need to do any API calls and your data stays with you. And running your model locally can save you serious money. Models like Opus 4.5 and GPT 5.2 charge you for every time you use them. With local models, you pay for the hardware once and then run it as much as you want. There's no per U cost where the bill would only be the hardware and the energy bill. The point is that OpenClaw allows you to use any model that you want. You can swap them out, and your skills and your memory and your setup will always stay the same. You can even use subagents that use different models depending on the task. And so, how do you talk to your agent? In the old days, AI assistants all lived in one place, a single app, a single interface, and you had to go to them, like ChatGPT. OpenClaw kind of flips that. Your agent can actually communicate with you wherever you are, whether it's in Telegram, iMessage, WhatsApp, Slack. It even has a web dashboard, or you can even talk to it through your terminal. And these aren't separate apps. They're all just windows where you can talk to the same agent that has the same memory, the same skills, and the same context. You're able to start a conversation on Telegram, kind of pick it up in Slack on your laptop. Your agent doesn't care, it remembers everything. Now, memory is where this really gets interesting. Most AI tools forget you the moment the conversation ends. You start fresh every time, and that's useless for real agents. OpenClaw remembers. It keeps a set of markdown files that persist across every conversation. There's memory.md, which is your long-term memory, kind of keeps your preferences, key contacts, important rules that you've set, and the stuff that kind of matters every day. This is the memory that your model remembers every time. There's also a memory folder with daily logs and reference docs like templates, processes, and guides, which is context that your agent can pull whenever it's relevant. There's user MD, which is kind of info about you, Soul MD, which is your agent's personality, Tools MD, which is notes about your local setup, even a Heartbeat MD, which is for your scheduled check-ins. The agent's brain isn't just a folder of readable files. You can actually open them, edit them, and see exactly what it knows. And to save the memory, all you have to do is just tell your agent what to remember. It'll figure out where to put it, and you don't have to manage the files. You can just say, I want you to remember this. OpenClaw is not just a chatbot with amnesia, it's an agent that builds a relationship with you over time. Another place where OpenClaw really differentiates itself is in the skills and tools. These are its hands. This is basically how OpenClaw is able to actually do things. Tools are kind of the basic abilities where your agent can control a browser, run commands on your computer, and manage your files, and some of these come built in. Skills is where it really gets interesting. Think of skills as recipes. Instead of explaining every step to your agent, you just give it a skill and it knows what to do. Want it to manage your Google Calendar and Gmail together? It can do that. There are certain skills that you can download in your onboarding, but there's also some that you can find from the community. There's a marketplace called ClawHub where people share the skills that they've built, like research skills, writing skills, smart home skills. There's thousands of them. There's even some that can control your Spotify, your Sonos, or even your car. Skills can also stack. The more that you add, the more that your agent can do. For example, a skill I created added was a guest booking skill where my agent can find potential guests in places like Twitter and news stories, check if they've been on the show before, and draft a personalized outreach to those guests. And once they reply saying they can come on the show, then it'll send a personalized calendar invite. All they have to do is approve the guest and it'll handle the rest. It's insane. So to bring it all together, OpenClaw is a 24/7 autonomous agent which can either live on your computer or in the cloud, your choice, and it's powered by any AI model that you want. It talks to you wherever you are, it remembers everything, and it has the skills to actually take action in the real world. This isn't just some future concept, you can actually install it today. Click the link below for a full tutorial on how to set this up, and I'll see you next time on This Week in AI.